off-the-shelf heaters for resin printers. Let's take a look. Biff, pow, zap, clunk, clunk, ouchie. Hey guys, as you can probably hear, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so please bear with me. If you saw my recent Anycubic M5S Pro review, you'll be aware that Anycubic has finally relented to public pressure and has included an enclosure heater as standard for the first time. This is great news for anyone buying this new model, as it's a great heater and does an excellent job. Moreover, where Anycubic leads, Frozen, VogMan and the rest will quickly follow, which is exactly what we've been asking for. Now, whilst this is terrific news, not everyone is looking to buy a new printer right now, and that leaves most other models out in the cold, quite literally in a lot of cases. I've been a big advocate for resin heaters for quite a few years now, and if you're not sure why, it's all about the resin. Check most bottles and they typically want to be used at temperatures above 25 degrees Celsius. And for much of the world, that doesn't happen all that often. In a cool environment, resin becomes thicker, more viscous. It's gooey and doesn't flow easily. When warmed to an ideal temperature, it's obvious how much thinner the resin is. Its consistency becomes more like skimmed milk. It flows easily, and flow is important. During a typical print cycle, the plate rises slightly above the FEP, and the resin needs to flow in beneath that tiny gap and saturate the whole area. Cooler resin will move more slowly, and that will lead to gaps and of course misprints. For this reason, we typically adjust the settings, amending lift and wait times, all to give the resin the opportunity to flow in where it's supposed to be. So, if you like, warmer resin moves faster, reduces the need for longer wait times and greater lift heights, and therefore gives us better prints in less time. Moreover, without consistent minimum temperatures, these settings are pretty pointless. For this reason, I've encouraged the use of DIY heaters and I continue to use mine to this day. But not everyone is into DIY, and the electronics, whilst not complicated, can be fiddly, and some folks have even experienced faulty parts. Thankfully, whilst the printer companies have been slow, other companies have seen the opportunity to provide what is needed, and off-the-shelf items are now available. In this video, I'll be looking at two of these, the H1 heater by CHITU Systems and the Wanhao Resin Hotbox. CHITU Systems are the very same guys that gave us the legendary CHITU box slicer. They have very kindly sent me this model to review, and frankly, I'm surprised how compact it is. You're looking at this silver box, and it measures just 50 by 60 millimeters, allowing it to fit inside most enclosures. I say most, as internal space is a problem created by design, so CHITU Systems has kindly provided a list of models that this heater can comfortably fit inside. There's an easily adjustable stand which you can secure to your printer with a provided magnetic sticker. Though if you plan on moving the heater between printers, you can opt instead to fit a hook and eye style system. I found my stand a little more fiddly to connect than CHITU Systems demonstrate in their video, but it was doable. The brains of the unit sit outside of the enclosure, and it's very easy to program and use. You have the option of Celsius or Fahrenheit, and with a simple click, it jumps into life, with a clear display telling you what's going on inside the enclosure. The system also comes with this seal, which I haven't bothered using because I'm lazy, and it goes around the perimeter of the enclosure, making a soft and suitable fit with room for the cable to poke through. In operation, I found this a very capable heater, able to easily warm up even a mid-range enclosure within about an hour. Easily available on Amazon at a reasonable cost, it seems most reviewers there agree with me that it's a stable and useful tool. It really will improve your prints, as long as you can squeeze it inside your enclosure. And if you can't, why not replace the entire enclosure with a Wanhao resin hotbox? Now, I confess I don't actually have this specific hotbox to hand. You've seen me using the version 2 hotbox, which was intended for FDM printers. The resin hotbox is more of the same highly insulated goodness, but in a size that's more appropriate to resin printers. Now, importantly, this does not contain a heater, but it is in fact so well insulated that it allows the printer itself to warm the air within the enclosure and therefore the resin. However, that doesn't mean that you can't fit a separate heater as well if you're so inclined, such as the CHITU one we've already seen. It has a large window that allows for excellent visibility, though the window has anti-UV qualities to prevent accidental resin curing. What I do love about this enclosure is the provided USB port expander. No fiddling around the back, side or front is necessary, as the USB port becomes one with the enclosure. It was designed to enclose most standard to mid-range resin printers with removable lids, and as long as your printer falls inside these dimensions, you'll be fine. I love the quality of the Wanhao hotbox, and it's obvious there's a lot of thought gone into it. You can even add additional lighting and, for the sensibly safety-minded, the Wanhao fire preventative printer cloud that you've heard me praise in the past. Add to this its lightness, easy access through the many folds and zip flaps, and of course the convenience of tidy cables or even external heating or filtration vents, and you have a seriously safe and convenient enclosure. Personally, I'm so keen on Wanhao products that I pestered them for a discount code for my viewers back in 2022. And as a measure of how much I pestered them, that code is still working 2 years later. This code normally gets you 10% off any Wanhao product purchased through their official website, but for the months of February and March 2024, it will get you 15% off, and that's a healthy chunk of change. So there you go, guys. You can warm your resin passively by swapping the lid for a well-insulated enclosure. You can burn a little electricity and get the job done more quickly in a simple, controlled manner. Or, if you're like me, you can combine both methods and maintain an ideal printing atmosphere, helping you create the quality prints you deserve. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care, and thanks for watching.